Let's talk about how tallow, beef fat, can potentially help you lose weight. Check this out. Before Crisco came around, tallow was the most popular fat to cook with. People use it in recipes, soups, and stews. And then comes Crisco. For 97 years, Crisco was promoted as something that was healthier than this saturated fat, even though it was a trans fat made from a vegetable oil. I think it was cottonseed oil. So they took this cottonseed oil, put it under high heats with aluminum to make it hydrogenated thicker. And it was promoted as a healthy thing for a very long time. And then in 1970, there was a big emphasis with this food pyramid in relationship between saturated fat equals heart disease. And so there's been this mission to get everyone to replace their saturated fats with the seed oils, okay, the omega-6 fatty acid, highly inflammatory, highly oxidative oils, which actually create heart disease. And then in 1970, the food pyramid came out and said that saturated fats are now the cause of heart disease. So we can now, again, switch to seed oils. In fact, the truth is, seed oils create a tremendous amount of oxidation, whereas saturated fats are very stable. And so it's really the seed oils that have created this. It's really the trans fats that have been creating the heart disease. For all these years, we've been fed false data. Now, tallow creates very little oxidation. But how can it help you lose weight? Number one, it's very high in a type of fat called CLA, which increases fat burning, okay? Now, number two, tallow is extremely satisfying. It's loaded with vitamin A, D, E, and omega-3 fatty acids like DHA, which is going to allow you to fast a lot longer. And the more you fast and do intermittent fasting, the more you're going to reduce insulin and the more you're going to lose weight. If you don't have a very good fat to use on your healthy keto plan with the fat-soluble vitamins, you're not going to feel as satisfied. So you're not going to be able to fast as long as you should. And then you're not going to lose as much weight. Number three, tallow decreases cravings and hunger for the carbohydrates. So you'll end up eating less carbohydrates. Now, when you eat a meal, do you ever feel like you're missing something or you're not satisfied? You might even be stuffed, but you still need something. What you're needing is these right here. You need a good high-quality fat with fat-soluble vitamins. Number four, fat, compared to carbs and protein, is the only thing that doesn't trigger insulin. Now, it's true that anytime you eat, you're going to trigger insulin a little bit, but the point is that fat is neutral and it won't trigger insulin like these other things right here. So that means less insulin, more weight loss. Number five, you're going to have less gut inflammation, which is going to lead to less insulin resistance, because the more inflammation you have, the more insulin resistance, the higher the insulin. When you're doing tallow, I recommend you do organic. I recommend you do grass-fed. All right, in summary, you don't have to be afraid of it, despite the 97 years of false data and lies.